Hi everyone, we're at the Royal Oak Bowls Club in Auckland here for the start of week 3 of the televised series Twilight Bowls League. Yep, that's right, we're pretty much approaching the midway stage in this competition in which 8 teams were invited to participate to not only show their undoubted skills, and a lot of you have seen and commented on their skills, but also to illustrate that bowls is a game for anyone and everyone, and we've certainly shown that over the previous 2 weeks. All right, how is the game played? Well, there are 8 teams on display, but only 4 of those tonight. They'll play 3 bowls each with games of 5 ends. If necessary, there'll be a tiebreaker brought into play. They'll play 2 games each tonight, and they play in the same direction, which if you haven't noticed the games so far, you'll be a bit surprised by that. But that's just one of the rules of this particular series. Let's meet tonight's teams. Well, we have the siblings, Millie and Chad Nathan. We've got those young at heart players, Rob Ashton and Peter Shane. Good mates from Nelson, Kirsten Edwards and Amy McElroy, and mother and daughter combination of Jenny Stockford and Terry Blackburn. Here is the draw then for tonight. Who's playing who? Well, it's those siblings against the young at heart playing first up, and it's Kirsty and Amy against Terry and Jenny in the second match. The losers will play off for third and fourth. The winners, of course, play off for the big prize. They're almost set to start, so let's join Alex Reid and a special guest in commentary tonight.
Well, yes, certainly looking forward to tonight. We have a world champion in the commentary booth in Taylor Bruce. So welcome, Taylor, to Twilight Bowls. And before we pick your brain on what shots to play, we're now on week 3. We're on week 3 of this Twilight Bowls League. We've had a chance to watch a few games. They're 5 ends. What sort of game style do you think we'll expect to see tonight?
Well, first of all, it's lovely to be here. Thanks for having me. Week 3, they're really settling into the format now. They know what it's about. They understand the green and how it all works. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few more risks this evening, a bit more aggressive play potentially, understanding how 5 ends goes very quickly and you need to make every single bowl and end count.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it for sure. And we're starting off the night, as we can see, that first bowl of the Nathans, but with the siblings playing, as John said, the young at heart, Peter Shane and Rob Ashton. Rob's first bowl there, that's a good start. They won the New Zealand Pairs in 2015-ish, off the top of my head, so pretty classy bowlers. Peter, the holder of a Bowls New Zealand Gold Star for 5 Open National titles, and Rob said he's been playing bowls for 37 years and has won 37 centre titles in that time, so they've had a bit of experience, these two.
It's not a bad goal, is it? Have a centre title for every year play. I think that's quite a nice way to go about it.
That seems too challenging for someone like me. I'll take a couple whenever they come my way. And both these teams have been out practising tonight here undercover at Royal Oak Bowls.
Quite important, I would think, because you can't muck around at the start. You do need to have a really strong start in this type of format, so those practice ends would have been very beneficial, I'd say.
Yeah, and we have seen, and look at this, this is a great bowl here.
What a great reply.
Beautiful shot. We have seen this rink play pretty consistently over the last few weeks, Taylor. What are your experience on carpet green? So, we call our sport, it's traditionally been called lawn bowls, but more and more it's just bowls. We play on a mixture of different surfaces. How does a carpet green compare to, say, like a grass green or an AstroTurf?
I personally quite enjoy playing on a carpet just because you don't have to worry about anything else like wind or, cloud changing the speed of the green or sun changing the speed of the green. I think you can really settle in to the rink and find your groove and stick to a hand and stick to a line.
I think these players are a bit more comfortable tonight. Early on, their first night in particular, Rob and Peter were mumbling a fair bit. I just can't get to grips with this, and then when the speed changed a little bit later on, but you sense all of them have developed a liking for this surface, or at least accepted what it is and have adapted accordingly.
I think already we can see there's a few consistent bowls being played right from the start, so they're definitely getting used to that rink.
The Nathans, of course, champions last week. I think was it night 4, the night 4 champions, Millie and Chad. So they know what it feels like to win one of these little Twilight Bowls League nights.
Sometimes it just takes a little bit of that belief to turn into some action, and they might be a force to be reckoned with this evening then.
Oh, just about perfection.
Just sat down the other way. It's interesting to see a sibling pairing. They seem to obviously get along really well and speak to each other really nicely on the green, which is awesome because, you know, sometimes mixing family and sport isn't always a success.
Well, they see their father Peter in the blue there in the background, and there was a whole table of family in there having a bite to eat before it started. So, again, as you know, as I said when I started, it's a game for anyone and everyone, and the family aspect of it is perfectly illustrated here with the Nathans.
Yeah, and we'll see Peter in a second. He is in the blue. Chad did say before we started that often they get confused as brothers, which I think his father might find a little bit more amusing than Chad does.
What a great effort there, looking to drag that jack and potentially, you know, make 2 or 3 out of that, or sit off that wing bowl of the white. Plenty of options for Peter and Rob there.
We noticed on the first couple of nights that players were tending to use the forehand a bit more, but tonight already we've seen, you know, no preference. They're playing the hand that they have to.
Shot ball, we're only one down. Shot ball, shot level. Get a piece of that kiddie over there. Got 3 or 4.
It's very clear instructions there from Rob Ashton to his skip, saying get a piece of the jack. You're holding 3 or 4.
I believe that they've played together a lot, so they'll know how to communicate with each other. Years of competitions.
Which side?
Inside edge of the front, yeah. Good result. Just very close for shot there.
Oh, measures.
Yeah, all
Well, at least the bowls roller can get organised,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah, nice, efficient stuff. Now, John, you were telling me we've got a new suggestion or a further suggestion on what we could call the bowls.
Yes,
the
indeed.
bowls?
One of the members of Royal Oak, who's been here every night, just a new member too, I think, a new bowler. He said, what about the bulldozer?
I like it.
Yep, so just
I like
a bit
it.
different.
Bulldozer. That's quite.
There, the chap in the red cap
Quite
in
a
the
clever
centre,
one.
there he is. Bulldozer.
That's fun.
Yep.
Bulldozer. Yep, I'm a
It's
fan.
ready and waiting at the side there, so he'll be off any moment and we'll be already into end 2. How quickly does this go?
Very, and I wasn't paying attention. Who scored a point there, team?
Good
Either
question.
Millie and Chad or Peter and Rob.
At the moment, yeah.
Well, it's one or the other, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
We haven't had a clear indication, I don't think.
Do you want me to go and find out? Because Alex not only commentates but also handles the score
Oh.
tick in the corner. And
I know it's hard to believe that I'm capable of that level of multitasking, John, and sometimes it's not true.
yeah.
Well, Millie and Chad are away on the mat, so
Yep.
they must have got the one.
Beautiful. I could have just kept quiet and figured it out by myself at that stage. I didn't need to tell the nation that I didn't get the scoreboard right. But it is what it is, and we'll move on.
I think Chad might have called that as a bit reiki, which typically means a narrow and heavy starting bowl, but that's actually finished in a really good spot. I think he'll be pleasantly surprised with where that ended.
And particularly when you know these two, Peter and Rob, they play weighted shots a lot and accurately, so anything over the head is could be valuable.
I think I said it last week, but Peter Shane probably has my favourite backhand runner that I've seen in the game. He almost never misses, and it's that absolutely beautiful speed. So keep your eyes peeled if an opportunity arrives for Peter tonight. That backhand runner, if he's just looking to clip a bowl out or get something square, very rarely misses.
I look forward to seeing that.
Yes, and we'll remember that, won't we?
Yeah.
Remember, because she's missed again on that backhand runner. Alex,
Wouldn't be the first time I've made a wrong call in commentary.
Just slightly short with that next bowl. almost would have been better to keep that first weight. At least you were creating a head that you can work with later on. But obviously when you're trying to adjust, it's very easily done to fall that little bit extra short.
Look at this.
This is a great
Oh,
adjustment.
classy stuff.
That back bowl will be handy now, even for their own team.
This Millie here on her forehand in her 8th or 9th season of bowls. Peter Shane, the man leading against her in his 39th year of bowls.
Quite the difference, isn't it? And you wouldn't really know it watching them out on the green, and that just shows what a great game it is. You can be super experienced for many, many years, but also come in as a junior or just out of it and give everyone a run for their money.
Absolutely, beauty of the sport. Switching to the backhand here, is he? No.
Was it a hopeful?
Oh, I wasn't
wanna
sure.
see-
It was just, he was lined up on the mat. I thought maybe it's a backhand shot, but no, he's playing the forehand and he's playing it well. That's pretty classy, isn't it?
Very classy. Looks like a nice wee target though.
That's exactly right. That backhand shapes, doesn't it, as a punch it back to those white bowls, and that's the importance of Millie's 2 bowls that are just past the jack.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
promotion is there. And it's amazing how little contact is required to move the jack back, half a metre. It just needs a touch and it'll fly back.
I honestly thought he was on his backhand there, and I was quite excited halfway up, and then the bowl turned. Wasn't short, was he?
That was a nice positive shot. Be interesting to see whether Rob looks to sort of cover and count or get amongst those whites, because
I love watching people watch their bowls.
he would have been hoping to sort of land that back white one that's closest to the jack. He's watching it.
Oh, it's going to take out the... Oh, no, take out that back
I think the
one.
smile said it all.
Yeah.
Said it all.
It's a sort of shot there, though, when you look at that backhand, that it doesn't need to be full on, does it? It can just be into those bowls, and that jack will go back. So wait to about where Peter Shane is now.
It all comes down to the player. They
Yeah.
might be more comfortable putting on more weight. Taking less weight is a far more delicate and precise shot sometimes. So, it's very interesting to see what other players choose in a situation like this.
Right, so here's a question. If you're Chad and you've missed pretty dramatically twice, what do you do with the third bowl?
Well, he's had 2 goes at it. I would just think commit to it and try and your best to
Yeah.
adjust. Yeah,
He just said you're going to make you miss 3 times on TV, so that's
it's closer.
not correct because he's got it perfect.
Oh,
Well done.
stays in for 3 shots, does it? Or is that one out on the left? I wonder. They'll be checking it. Millie will say it's out. Peter Shane will say it's in. The umpire will be called in. He says on the line.
This might be another moment for
Yeah.
Sue Rossiter.
Get a mat, would you?
So what we're talking about, you see viewers to the very left of the screen, there's that white line underneath the arrow. That is the rink line. So if the bowl's outside to our left of that, it gets taken off the green. If it's inside, it stays there. The way they're talking, it's obviously in the line, isn't it?
Yes, any part of the bowl on that line counts as being alive. Opportunity here to draw for a second shot potentially.
Golden opportunity.
Sometimes the hardest shots to make though, those bonus shots when you've got a good metre of room.
And also when the jacks move way out to an area where you haven't really bowled at all, even in your warm-ups. So just that adjustment. And
That's right,
Say
it's
two?
the line and also the weight sometimes can be a bit different because it's not played on the same.
So 2 there as we see the bowls retriever in action, and Peter Shane's football skills haven't faded over the years, have they? Started off playing football, Peter Shane, before him and a group of mates joined the Henderson Bowling Club in 1980, whenever that was, 1984. Here's a replay of that bowl. I mean, he's actually unlucky. We'll just wait for it to come to the screen. He's unlucky to have got so much of the jack in that direction, isn't he, Taylor?
Yeah. There was always a chance, but he did execute it well, getting that inside edge to get them both out, and they were all there behind to catch. So maybe with more weight, that shot that stayed on the line might have just done another roll out, and it would have been quite all right.
Yep. This is the start of the third end of this first match. Week 3 of Twilight Bowls League at the Royal Oak Bowling Club in Auckland. With their backs to us here, we see Peter Shane and Millie Nathan. Now we get the view from the other end, and down at the far end on the mat, Millie's brother Chad and Peter's partner there, Rob Ashton.
Chad just protecting his neck from the sun inside.
Yeah.
How's the weight here, team?
It's a good starting bowl.
Yeah, it's a handy one, isn't it?
Beautiful bowl. You might be looking at this, having played bowls, and wondering, we've got the circles on the rink, a bit like you would see in curling. They call it a house in curling. We just call it the circles on the rink. We put it there to try and make it a bit easier to see, when a really good bowl's been played, because the circle's not that big, but also if the jack stays where it is, it can become easier just to sort of see who's holding the shot. It's a special sticker, so the surface is the same as the carpet. It's sort of got a bit of a nap to it, so the bowls react pretty much the same on the sticker as they would on the carpet, and I think quite a cool little innovation for this league.
It's nice visually to see how close bowls are, especially when there's multiple bowls on that ring, because it's easier to compare, especially in the commentary box too.
Yeah, yes, right.
And when you're watching at home.
Oh, he's not happy.
I think Peter and Rob can be quite frank and honest with each other, can't they?
Oh, I think that's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High standards for each other.
Yeah, that's right. They let each other know what they think of each other's shots, and
have done for 30 years, and will continue to do so.
And occasionally you see one turn their back on the other, all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, they've played together forever, and they know each other's game inside out.
Quite the characters, big personalities on the green.
Yeah, and successful. Gosh, so there's 3 good bowls from Chad. Nicely placed those.
Very good timing too, third end of the set, really putting the foot down and capitalising on a not so strong start from Rob there. So that's really important, to keep to your own standards even if sometimes your opposition is having a bit of an off end.
So how important is Peter's first bowl here then, Taylor?
Oh, very important. I think even if you can get second shot, or the shot itself obviously would be the best result, but it would just help give them options and build ahead.
And then you never know, we might see him play a backhand runge.
I'm waiting for it. It is beautiful to behold.
No need now.
Needs it to sit down. That's a good bowl.
Very good.
Big second shot probably. It was nice for Millie here, because she's got that to work off if she is in the same zone. Just flick it out, doesn't need to be weighted, just drawing it into that zone again. Certainly doesn't want to get it on the outside. Looks pretty good here.
This is great.
Yeah, brilliant.
Options.
Oh, hard luck, but she still gets a shot. 2 shots there, very good. Lovely weight.
Yep. If it hadn't have made any contact, it still would have been a great bowl.
Yep.
And then she always had that bowl to sit on, like you say, or roll it and make a bit more of it. So she's got the right idea.
Peter came over while we were all having dinner and said, I never eat before a game. I had breakfast this morning. That's me.
Oh, I'd be
Okay.
fading
couldn't
away.
do that.
I couldn't last the distance. No. Lovely. Oh, that's why. Oh, okay, I'm going to stop eating now.
What a bowl!
Yeah.
That's unbelievably good.
Is it low?
No.
A little bit of the bowl is low, but it's pretty much level. This one?
switching hands.
Yeah, interesting, eh? When you've played the previous one so well, and the movement of the jack would probably, from memory, take it back to them, wouldn't it? But it might still, she might still get it.
And it's only her
narrow.
second bowl.
Yeah.
She's got another one.
Yep. But look at that grouping of white bowls just past the jack. That's so
Do it
enticing.
again, mate.
You'd want to make the most of it, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Easier said than done.
I dream of it.
So Rob just saying to Peter, just get another one in there. So when we talk about the tactics of the game, Peter and Rob are actually taking a bit of a risk, aren't they? You know, you put another one close, but you haven't covered the potential that you're going to drop. So this is what we mean when we say playing those risky bowls in the 5 ends. Would have been easier to cover on the left of your screen to where the jack might be going, but they've gone, no, we want to be holding 2 shots.
Yeah, potentially, and I guess there is always that chance
So 3-1 the score. This is the first match of the night, the start of week 3. So Rob and Peter just patting each other on the back and encouraging, wanting to add to their scores and victories throughout the week, or the 3 weeks so far.
It's like a pensive wait, isn't it, for this next bowl?
I think you're right, Taylor, when you said there's a bit of tension out there, isn't it?
Yeah.
First night there was a bit of laughter and, you know, people weren't playing quite as well, but now they've had time to think about it. Their trial ends have been intense.
I know Peter and Rob are quite a competitive pair. They do put their heart on their sleeve when they're out in the green, and I think you're seeing that tonight. Oh, he's doing some stretches in the back too, so it's getting real.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Well, he's had a few health issues of late, Rob, and he's
Look at this.
right.
Well done.
What a bowl!
Yeah.
The crowd goes wild in the background. That was what an incredible bowl that was from Chad Nathan.
And perfect timing. You know, they really need to score this end.
You happen to get onto him, turn him over. Just pass that ball, short ball.
Oh, what a
Where's the
shot.
kiddie in relation to the ball?
Right there. Just on the side of his ball.
Correction to make now for Rob Ashton.
Well, he's chasing it down the
Yeah,
green,
yeah.
so it must be close.
Certainly doesn't want to be short, and he's not going to be short, is he?
Wait. No danger to go again.
Oh,
He was well arrived with that.
Oh.
Sorry, I just changed my mind on what to ask you. That's not a wrong bias, is it?
oh no, I wondered because we just heard Millie just say, oh, and I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what's happened? I think she just changed her mind
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
last minute, so it's not quite as calamitous
Well,
as it could have been.
Chad's pretty quick on the mat.
Guarantee you, if someone played a wrong bias at the Twilight Bowls League, I'd immortalise that forever.
Oh. They wouldn't live that down, would they?
Nah. Be great content.
It would be a nice wee highlight for the real at the end.
I don't want to spill anything here.
I know it. He'll love me bringing it up, but I think Mike Galloway bowled a wrong bias in bowls 3-5,
Yes.
and he said I've never done it before. You know, he's probably
Yeah.
lying. Everyone does it occasionally. No. But he's so meticulous in his preparation and, you know, the routine
Imagine.
that he goes through, and he was horrified.
Good to have it
I
just
can only
immortalised on
imagine.
national television. eh?
Yeah.
Now,
I think he's probably at home watching this and saying, I'd just gotten over that, John, and you've reminded me and everyone else about it.
Peter and Rob were talking quite a lot there. Do you think they'll end up with aggression, or are they just going to go,
Well,
I'm not sure, they spoke about it as if there was something to hit.
I've got the back bowl, I think, but that doesn't look like weight.
Opted to not.
Yeah.
They probably had enough bowls there or thereabouts that you look at it and think, oh, one or two might hang around, but
Hang
you'd
on.
hate to.
Peter's interested. Is it going to
I
run
don't
it
know
out?
if it's going to make it. I love the body language.
Yeah.
Just that's very telling.
It's okay. You get 3 more bowls, Rob.
The last word he heard was heavy.
Yep.
Yeah, not too heavy.
Not too heavy. I said not to. Oh, here we go.
I'd coach against saying that. Panic.
He's going to
Panic.
get it, is he?
Good effort.
Oh, it was too, because carting it back there would have been fantastic for them. I get 1.
2-3. So this last end is going to be quite the nail biter, I think.
Now, is it too soon to talk about tie breaks, John? I've been saying
Yes,
it.
it is.
Okay, well, that's the end of that conversation. So 2-3 is the score on this final end. There's the bulldozer. I like it, if I could remember it.
It's quite satisfying to watch, isn't it?
Unbelievable. At the end of this Twilight Bowls, I'd like us to do quite a long video of all the times
I think we
we've
should
had.
have a race. Should we? Get 10 of them out here and have a relay. A bulldozer relay.
Can't see any reason why we wouldn't do that.
A new competition.
I will not be participating. It seems like far too much effort.
Yeah. Chad Nathan sends down the first bowl of this last end. First match.
Handy start. Not quite where he would have wanted it to be, but it's still in the area.
Steering it down.
Seems to be an okay line. It's just that weight.
Yeah, it is. Everyone at home is watching and saying, I could have done that. I could.
No, it looks like an easy game when you're watching from the sidelines.
Oh, I mean, you're talking about it too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Much easier to commentate a game of bowls, I've learned.
Yep.
It's my learning. I've never missed a bowl yet commentating.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, it's quite relaxing instead of being out on the green, I must say.
Yeah, it's sort of less stressful, although when you've got vested interest, so I've been lucky enough to commentate a few times when the Blackjacks have been playing, it's not less stressful.
No,
not less stressful at all.
That's true.
Yeah, you're living every bowl, and yeah, that's true. And when you are supporting a certain player or a team, you know, you've got that extra motivation. And
there was a game of fours at the Multi-Nations earlier on this year against both Australia and then Wales, I think, in the playoff, where both times I thought I was going to have a stroke. That's how high my blood pressure was. Unbelievable.
This is just one of the mysteries of bowls, isn't it? In the previous ends, they've been at good weight. There've been a few short ones, but here we have 5 of the first 6
clear row.
are short, and eventually Rob sneaks through the hole and
What a
picks it
bowl.
up, and those short bowls are even shorter.
How to thread the needle.
I think he had confidence in the line, though. I mean, the first 2 were in that same line. He knew if he just committed to that and put on a little bit more, he would get there.
That was a great shot.
Niggly to get 2 for Millie and Chad, actually, just because of those bowls that have finished in front.
So what would you do, Taylor? What's the plan here? If you're playing the white bowls, how do you end up winning this end?
I think she'd have to follow that down with her first, even if she promotes their closest white, and just, something behind, just give you something to work with. There is a nice wee path in there, and especially, you know, that front, that close white, that could actually be promoted up.
Yeah, just beat that one. Is that far out?
Can still feel the tension in this game. It's only game 1.
Check level.
That's a level.
With that wide ball, is she check level?
No, it's out there.
It's got the crowd watching too. They've got eyes on that green.
Yeah. It's quite good. It's a good way to start the night, really, this game. 3-2.
Specsavers, he says it's that level.
If you didn't hear that, if you require hearing aids, Rob Ashton just said he should be calling Specsavers if he's saying that's level, and quite a good little call from Rob.
Yeah. Nice home there.
Yeah. So Millie really, there's a promotion of one of hers,
Yes.
or the gap that Rob went through.
Yeah, you'd want to be confidently going through there enough to get that bowl rolling over a couple of turns.
Oh,
Oh,
not the plan.
right in the angle of where the other bowl was going to go as well.
Really hard to see a shot now for Millie and Chad, isn't it?
Try to beat this bowl lead.
Has opened up the other hand, potentially, but not a lot going back there.
Very focused, man.
I think Millie's off to have a look, is she?
Open it up for us, Pete.
Oh, what a bomb that is, eh?
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, great shot. That's 3.
Why not? Why not do that if you can just do that? Why not?
A way to show them there was a way to get shot.
I wouldn't have done that in a million years. What a shot from Peter Shane.
Sorry, boss.
What do you do, Taylor?
I heard her saying she has to go around. I'm not too sure what their thinking is.
Trying
There.
to just dead draw it, perhaps, on the
Yeah,
on the
maybe.
forehand?
Maybe they're looking to do a dead draw.
I mean, such a great end by Peter and Rob here. All those white balls short of the jack.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Yeah.
If she plays the same ball as he did, she'll get the shot.
And maybe that's what she's meaning. Just
Yeah.
follow that bowl down,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
get around the front and then tuck in for shot. It's not a bad effort.
That
Look at this.
square, but not enough weight.
Oh.
Oh, that was a good line too, wasn't it? It's the short bowls coming into play here.
Play for the show.
This is great, Peter. Shane's going to play his last bowl, do something impressive.
Just for us.
Peter Shane, nice and relaxed now, till he punches up one of the white ones for shot.
Oh, surely not.
Oh gosh, have you seen that with someone? So I won't really play this. I'll just send it down and woof.
Yeah.
You've delivered it. It's going to. Oh hell! Here he goes.
I won't be shocked if he draws another touch
No,
here.
no. He's good, nice and relaxed. Peter Shane, very experienced, got a grin on his face as he and Rob Ashton look to.
Look at this.
Yeah, he's going to go through
Look
it.
at
Isn't
this. Get past the front one, Peter. Oh, so badly wanted. That would have
he?
been
Not good enough,
amazing.
Peter.
Imagine.
So that's a 3 on the final end of this first match, the start of week 3 of Twilight Bowls League, and it's Peter Shane and Rob Ashton taking it by 6-2 over Millie and Chad Nathan. First wins to Shane and Ashton.
And just before we go to the ads, John, I just want to have a quick look at the league table as it stands, the winnings to date there, so you can see your first column is number of Twilight Bowls leagues played, and then if they played in the third and fourth playoff or the grand final. Terry and Jenny topping the leaderboard at the moment, although to be fair, they have played 3, but pretty considerable amount of winnings there, along with Adam and Lee, the two young guns we've seen over the last few weeks, sort of strutting their stuff. But the ones to watch for me, Kirsten and Amy, they've only played once. They went pretty well, and I'm sure they'll be coming out of the blocks firing tonight, Taylor, looking to do the same thing.
Very formidable pair, that, and also coming up against Terry and Jenny, which is a great clash for this evening.
So looking forward to that. So stay tuned, because that's what we're going to get to watch next after this. Welcome back to the Twilight Bowls League Live from Royal Oak Bowls, and here we have up next Kirsten Edwards and Amy McElroy, who are going to take on Terry Blackburn and Jenny Stockford. It's going to be an interesting game. What do we think about this one, team? What do we think is going to happen?
Good bowls. Can't wait to see some
start.
really close heads, and hopefully some exciting shot play. I know that particularly Kirsten quite likes a run and a drive, so we might see a bit of that tonight.
They were so relaxed on the first night they played, didn't they? Or the first week. And Amy in particular, I hadn't seen a great deal of Amy playing, but people were commenting about how nice and relaxed and how the two of them were engaging on. Weren't worried about it being on TV, they were just loving it. And certainly afterwards they were great company as well. So yeah, they were really good. But I find it hard when we say mother and daughter, and we always put Terry's name first.
Yes,
So
or daughter and mother.
Daughter and mother,
Yeah,
yeah. That doesn't have the same, daughter and mother. But anyway, it's mother and daughter, and that's the daughter, Terry Blackburn, who's played some exceptional bowls and, of course, has such a fine record as a New Zealand rep as well.
Yeah, and just a lovely person, to be honest. Great to spend time with. She's got such a great attitude. You can learn a lot from her. It's nice to see her involved in this event.
See, Amy steering the bowl down. Oh, good correction. Already we're seeing the jack move in this game. You get the feeling it's not going to stay put in the middle of the circles very often.
No, I think that's going to be what we will see a lot of in this game. I had the pleasure of playing with Amy recently at the Stoke Stakes Piers, and tell you what, she is just such a good player.
That was very impressive. Look at this here from Jenny Stockford. Goodness gracious me, they're on fire.
Yeah. Oh. Well, she's played throughout the 3 weeks. Jenny's just come up with some great shots, hasn't she? And so, I mean, everyone has, but it's just nice. Sometimes under a fair bit of pressure too, she's pulled out some pretty impressive shots, particularly with a bit of weight on.
Yeah, she's got very good bowls brain, Jenny Stockford, from a bowls family as well. Her
Yeah.
parents both played outdoor and indoor, and she's been around both codes for a long time, so understands what shots to play, which is half the battle, really.
Good bowling stock,
Yeah.
if you see what I did there.
Yeah. That's almost as good. That's nearly as good as the as Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You'll keep, Taylor.
Oh dear. No, I think she's quite a good draw player from memory. Jenny, I've played her before in singles, and yeah, once she finds that line and narrows in on her weight, she's quite she's a tough player to verse.
Yeah, pretty tenacious and good
Yeah.
under pressure, as is Terry. Terry inherited that, so a great game. It's a good first end here.
Jenny started playing it in Levin at the Kapiti region, and came to prominence in our bowls 3-5 on Sky pre-COVID, PC.
Those were the days.
Yeah. And that's good to see too, isn't it? We've seen a lot of this, playing against each other, but plenty of time to relax and chat to each other. And know everyone knows each other pretty well.
Oh, one of the cool things for me about bowls and Taylor, we've all experienced it, we're all bowlers, but the community and the spirit in which our game is played at all levels is unbelievable, really, and I think it's reflected here in the Twilight Bowls League. But if you go to a business house or a club championship, etc., the spirit in which the game is played, you gather afterwards and have a drink with your opposition.
Yeah.
It's really special for me.
It is, and you can make it any kind of sport you want it to be. If you want it to be social or competitive, or you just want to challenge yourself, it ticks all those boxes.
Yeah.
Good bowl. I was at Fulbury Park in the weekend, Fulbury
Yeah, I
Park
saw
Bowling
it.
Club in Dunedin, and they were telling us about how they've started up their own Twilight Bowls League and doing a great job. Bring along a player that hasn't played bowls before, so you have 2 bowlers and 1 non-bowler just to introduce someone new to the game, and it's just great to see that clubs are getting behind this kind of concept, that fun, fast, social bowls.
Absolutely.
You're right, because new players don't want to spend all day playing bowls. They'd like to get it over and done within an hour and a half or something and just have some fun with it. Oh, that's
Sorry,
a nice
John.
little cluster.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but it looked like exciting things were going to happen on the bowling green. Goodness gracious me, what a cluster of bowls.
Terry and Jenny have shot at the moment.
It's up to you. You can either put one back here, or you can draw that hole and just finish about here.
And it's great too, Taylor, you've been out promoting bowls and getting around the country, and playing. And you played it. Did you play in the Southland? Or no, Alex went to that instead.
Yeah.
And I knew
No, I
you
didn't
wouldn't
do,
go if he
I
was
didn't do
there.
anywhere near as good as what Taylor would have done if she had been playing.
But you've
I
done
don't know
that,
about that.
the Stoke stuff and so many other events at North East Valley.
It's been
like
exciting
Forbury,
times.
that would have been really good.
It was great. I've had the pleasure of organising and hosting some Have a Go days through the New Zealand Blind Lawn Bowls Association.
Yep.
They've got some funding that targeting females with disabilities in the sport, and so it was just such a pleasure to go down to Dunedin on Sunday and meet some new people that had never tried the game before, some indoor experience. Oh, this is a good bowl if it gets down to the
Very close
bunch.
connection. Oh, what are the chances of that?
Just that extra bit of weight, and it just popped clean right through.
Just try and work your way in this hole. Get a favour off that, you might come in.
Wow, I mean, Kirsten did essentially nothing wrong with that bowl, did she? Like, she played that in the right area, essentially hit one of the bowls that she could have hit, and somehow it's found fresh air. So Terry and Jenny holding the one. A cruel game. Be careful, Terry.
I think it shows the high standard of this game, and that you have to actually really execute those bowls perfectly to get that result.
Our second match starts with a single on the first end to Terry and Jenny. They lead by 1-0, 4 ends to play. The winner of this will go through and play Peter Shane and Rob Ashton.
About to see a highlight from that end. Look at this bowl here from Jenny Stockford. One of 3 or 4 bowls that move the jack. Absolute perfection, isn't it? Oh, that's a new graphic, isn't it? I quite like that, the bowl across the screen. Well done, whoever did that. It's good stuff.
It's fun.
Alex, it's just graphics.
You love graphics, John. Here we go. So, Terry Blackburn spoke about them being from a bowling family. So, her mum Jenny's played indoor and outdoor for a long time. Terry's got a long career in indoor bowls as well. Her husband Sean Blackburn plays for the Matt Blacks, which is the name of the New Zealand indoor bowls team.
Love it.
And 2 sons, Lockie and Tyler, have dabbled at indoor. Lockie, the current under-18 singles champion for indoor in Waikato. So if Lockie and Tyler can't play bowls, I'd be very, very surprised based on their heritage. But a great little bowling family.
So cool that, having a whole family play. Again, another special side of the game. I've played with my grandparents and my parents. I mean, what sports can you play with 3 generations in the same team? So it's really cool to see, mother and daughter, and then her kids play, and her partner. Like, it's just a family affair, really.
And then there are those people you speak to who come to something like an open day or Twilight Bowls, and they say, "Oh, my parents both played bowls,
Yes.
and they were never home, and I hate." Or they talk bowls all the time, and I said to myself, "I'm never going to play bowls," and then they rock up and they know exactly how to do it. So sometimes it just takes a little bit of time.
Yeah, and I bet they say, which is what I hear all the time, I wish I started younger.
I know.
Every time, without a doubt,
Yep.
people wish they started younger.
Yep. It's one of when we had that first year of Bowls 3-5, and Alec Wiley was playing with Jenny Anderson, for the what were they? The wood.
Wooden Jets.
Yeah, Woody. That's right.
Yep.
And Neil Tiplady and so on, and Nakatai. And talking to Alec afterwards, he said, I just wish I'd started playing earlier. And people who are, tough and rough rugby players, and they say, "What? You wish to play?" He said, "You've got to try it." And he plays all the time. Just loves it. Just one of those many who wished they'd taken it up earlier.
It could be exciting. I think Kirsten's just been called to get rid of both the bowls. That could
Wouldn't
be cool.
surprise me. She's very capable of pulling off a shot like that.
Yeah. And her eyes lit up.
Steering it down.
In the zone.
Very close.
We edge.
Oh, didn't do much wrong. And her bowl should stay up on the paddock, he says, as it goes into the ditch. I reckon it stayed. I think that's a very good...
They're reaching for it.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Taylor and I both knew it had gone into the ditch because we could see Amy walking over there to pick it out.
I thought Amy was getting in the way of the bowl.
I thought I'd let you keep going since you
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
laugh at my
yeah.
stock joke,
Oh,
so
fair
that's,
Thanks. All friends in the commentary booth.
Yeah.
Now, Jenny Stockford now on her forehand.
They'll be looking for something behind. I mean, now it's set up for Amy to sit that shot, take the jack.
Terrific shot here, isn't it? Is he going to reach that jack or not quite?
Oh, what a line.
Yeah, great try. What's Amy doing here, do we think, Taylor?
I think she'll be reining up on that backhand. I mean, there's so many options off that left wing bowl, the shot itself, the jack.
Started the trend of the
down.
sunglasses upside down. On
Look
the
at
hand.
this.
She's got it.
What a ball!
Got
What a shot!
Aye.
Absolutely perfect.
So
I like
good.
that deep breath on the mat, isn't it? So important that you relax. And she goes through that routine.
Every time.
Yep.
Ever since I saw her playing when I was young enough to play in under 21 Kitty Hawks,
Yep.
she would do her deep breath before she
Yep.
plays a bowl.
Beautiful.
Very consistent delivery.
Now Terry and Jenny going, well, we were just holding 3 shots, and now we're not holding 3 shots anymore.
But they might only be down 1 after this.
How's your weight, Jenny?
Yeah. Stay,
Oh.
stay.
Oh!
Yep, pretty good.
Oh! Did she just draw the shot? She can't have
No,
just
no.
drawn the shot.
I think
She's
where the
having a
yellow
wee
spot.
look.
Well, where's the jack? Isn't it where the yellow spot is? Oh, they.
One down.
One down,
So
she
she
is
drew
too.
it. So they'll be looking to
gonna
drive
go.
this bowl off,
Yeah.
yeah.
Jenny Stockford's just drawn the
Yeah.
ditch for one.
And if we could see it, it'd be
Yeah.
a couple of centimetres off. It was close to falling in, so she's that close to
Listen.
to the ditch. Here we go.
Unbelievable level of skill on display here. Is she close? She's trying to get rid of that bowl.
She needs to be through that channel, but she'll know with her next one how to adjust that. She's got 2 goes, which I don't know if I want to be giving Amy 2 goes at that
No,
shot
no.
personally.
And in Jenny's mind too, she doesn't want to be getting up too close. She might just top them both in. There she goes. Not a bad bowl though.
I think a 3rd shot would be good
yeah.
security here. Then they're only going to drop down 1 if their shot goes in the ditch.
So we're expecting to see Amy just try and knock that bowl out, aren't we? That shot bowl of
Yes.
Jenny Stockford's.
I'm breathing as well.
It's quite calming, isn't it? It's sort of like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Ooh, I think she likes this one better.
through the
The
gap.
line. Oh,
She's got it square.
Chances.
Oh!
Nearly.
Imagine if that.
Oh gosh, well that's a terrific couple of bowls we've seen there. First the run shot from Amy which took the jack into the ditch, and then the draw to the ditch by Jenny which gave them the shot, and they hold that and now lead by 2-0 after 2 ends.
I'm loving the action of this match. I feel like there's a lot happening.
Even with the bulldozer stuff is happening. Right, so we're going to get to watch those 2 key bowls from that end. Here's the drive first. Amy, look at
Perfect.
that. Absolutely nutted it. That's a fantastic shot. And then we see there the jack went in pretty much by the camera, and Jenny Stockford's like, oh well.
Yeah, we'll just
Easy
draw the shot
peasy.
there.
Terry thought it was gone the entire way.
Yeah.
And then happy days. Oh, what an end of bowls.
As we were saying earlier, you know, you may play a great bowl, but you'll know that your opponent is equally capable of bettering that, and that's exactly what happened. And there'll be no upset from Kirsten. She saw it, she applauded, and then handed it back to Amy to have another go.
These teams will know what each other are capable of. I mean, Terry's fresh off a World Bowls gold. You've got Kirsten and Amy who have represented New Zealand as well. Jenny, who's a very consistent player. This is a great rank of competitors.
Yeah.
You know, I think I mentioned it at the Stoke Piers, but Amy would have an answer, because there's an old question you ask anyone in sport. If you're trying to sort of put them off, you go, well, do you breathe in a rat when you let go of the bowl or hit the golf club?
That's
or
right, yeah.
whatever. Amy would have an answer to that. She'd go, I breathe out.
Yeah, should know.
I breathe out and I let go of the bowl.
Great shot there. Nicely set up by those leads.
Who've just come off playing with weight.
That's very true, and that shows the skill of these players,
Yeah.
doesn't it? That
Yeah.
they can do a runner and a drive and then back it up with another draw.
Oh.
Terry clapping away. I feel like this is going to be very close.
Great
bowl.
That's just brilliant correction. Wow, this is turning out to be one of the best
That's great
of the
stuff.
3 weeks so far.
Great stuff. And we're nearly halfway. It's funny because it feels like it's been going for a long time, but also like it hasn't. So that's not a great piece of commentary, isn't it? I'll stop now, John.
Oh, I think you could dig yourself further into it. Just keep going.
No, I think I've said as much as I'd like to say here.
This is the kind of game, though, the way that it's panning out, the quality of this game, you don't want it to end. You know, you just want to see end after end, because there's just so many great conversions and draw shots. I'm looking forward to the next 3 ends and seeing what happens.
And tactics too. We've seen Amy put one over the head. And I actually thought that maybe Jenny was going to follow it down, but no, she's getting into that zone now where there's got to be some aggression possibly from Amy. Oh no, she can draw that. Just sit on the shot bowl.
Big breath in, out, and then deliver the bowl. Same every time. Very, very effective.
Kirsten's very interested in this bowl.
Yeah. Just over.
Just
Right
outside
home.
the circles.
She'll be happy with that. Kirsten's capable of utilising those bowls, and Terry can hop on the mat as well and feel quite happy with the way that Jenny set up the head. So those skips will be feeling optimistic stepping on that mat.
So this here, Terry Blackburn on her forehand side. So you alluded to earlier, Taylor, a very recent winner with Julie O'Connell of the World Para Pairs Gold.
Yes, special moment. Pleased I could be there to witness that flag go up.
Yeah, we're going to get
Yeah. Good team stuff, eh? That, the New Zealand team, we're all working together and supporting.
It's quite inspiring when you think, for someone like Terry, who's only really come into that squad quite recently, what you're capable of if you put your mind to it and you put in the hard work. She is a true inspiration.
Yep, don't change much.
For people who might be tuning into this for the first time and wondering why she's in the para team, she's had an affliction or illness since she was a youngster, arthritic.
Yeah, it's rheumatoid arthritis now. Although when you're younger, it's called juvenile
Yes,
something.
I've got the terminology there somewhere.
Idiopathic.
Yeah, but living with pain all your life, but never, as a mother said, never complain. When your daughter inspires the mother, that's something special.
Yeah, and I think we miss just underneath the line there. It's not just the pain; it's the whole range of motion. If you ask Terry, like she's holding a bowl in her hand now, if you said, "Well, could you just hold it upside down, please?" She can't.
No.
She just doesn't have the grip strength. So it's one of those largely invisible disabilities. And a head developing quite well here for Terry and Jenny. Nice narrow target.
Yeah,
This could be very good too. Change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Make 2 of it.
So that was just that great weight, wasn't it? Didn't need to go. It was just a touch, pushed the ball over twice.
Nice and controlled.
Yeah. Or maybe 3.
could be huge here from Kirsten.
She's been a bit off target with the first.
Oh no! Oh no!
Distractions.
I don't know what happened, but it must have been funny.
Yeah. I do think this is her favourite song, so maybe it's because it started to play.
Oh.
I don't. That could be part of it.
Oh, just needed an edge, didn't she?
Oh,
Wow.
What happened? 3 there.
Yeah.
On end 3.
That's impressive end there for Terry and Jenny. They pick up a 3, and so they move to a 5-0 lead, but not beyond their opponents. This classy combination of Kirsty and Amy, 5-0 after 3 ends.
Just had confirmation it is definitely Kirsten's favourite song. So
I did think so, yeah.
what a time for that to start
I
playing.
know.
Do you hum a little tune to yourself when you play bowls, Taylor? Do you have I know talking to someone told me Sharon Sims used to hum, one of our great bowls used to hum a little tune to herself.
No, I don't. If I do, it's not intentional.
And you don't know you're doing it until your opponent says, would you stop doing that?
No, I don't think I'd ever do it out loud. I just think sometimes, little things pop into your head, but it's quite peaceful sometimes when you're out playing bowls and thoughts just come and go.
Yeah, because it
Come
can
back.
be a long day.
Come
can't
back.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
Great
starter.
start. Okay, so Kirsten and Amy here, very important end. They need to score.
It's fascinating, isn't it? It's been a really closely contested bowl, closely contested game. 5-0 to Terry and Jenny. If you had just showed me the heads, I wouldn't have been able to tell you it would be 5-0. It feels like it's closer than that. Interesting.
We noticed last week that Terry, when she was bowling, like this, no facial expression at all.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes she'd just give a wee grimace of the mouth. You knew that she wasn't quite happy with it. And for her to be not quite happy means that she might have been half a metre short
Yeah.
or adrift somewhere,
Yeah, a bowl that the rest of us would be quite
Yeah.
pleased with.
Yeah.
Kirsten on the forehand. Look at this turning back in. That hand turns a lot.
Almost brilliant. Even if it missed it and went towards her first bowl, I mean, that's still creating a chance to get a number later on if it...
Terry on the forehand again. So if you're Terry and Jenny, you're 5-0 up. There's 2 ends to go. Do you become a bit more defensive, Taylor? Are you thinking, if I drop a 1, it's okay? Or what's the logic here for those two?
I personally think I would start trying to protect. I mean, they don't need heaps of shots here. Even swapping hands and trying to land would finish near that white bowl because that's where the jack's going to end up, potentially. I don't really feel, though, that Terry and Jenny are of a greedy nature. It's probably just a matter of...
Look at this.
Yeah.
God, that's such a good bowl. I got no words.
Yeah.
This is unbelievably
Well, that's
good.
the thing. It's probably where they could have started drawing to.
Yes.
It was always an option. They're going to be hunting a number here. There's no doubt about that. But Jenny's capable of... She's got 3 bowls now to draw to that. So...
She could draw the shot. She's got second and third probably there anyway at the moment. So Amy's got to get a couple inside.
See Kirsten just having a laugh there with Mark McLeod, who's the DJ for tonight, saying worst timing ever for him to put on her favourite song. Jenny with work to do. I've seen that grimace on Terry's face before.
She might get a wee punch up.
A wee clear road would be great here.
Oh, great try.
I guess the thinking behind staying on their hand is now they've got plenty to promote and work with and use to try and get closer to that jack.
Conversely, Amy's got plenty of room out the other hand, hasn't she?
She does. You got to be careful.
Yeah, so, this could be a movement of the jack for 3 and then all of a sudden they're in the game. Well, it's 2 anyway.
Try to that way.
So surely
Great
Jenny
goal.
plays the other hand, doesn't she now or not?
Yeah, she just said, I'll try 2 that way, so she's committed with her next 2 bowls. Big pressure, really.
It is. It's gutsy. Like to see a bit of courage in this event. That's what it's all about.
If she's on target, we're just going to fall. So there's an opportunity here for Amy and Kirsten to get themselves right back in this game.
Meanwhile, Amy's just going, well, I'll just keep plugging bowls.
Yeah, she doesn't need to change anything, does she?
Make hay while the sun shines.
be a little bit wider, but it's not a bad line. It still could come in and count, and it's good to leave a few gaps. You know, you never don't want to leave a big target, do you?
Is that last one counting? No. Oh, I better go that way so I don't knock it in.
Oh, Jenny going to switch back to the forehand.
Still like you this way.
Nope.
You only need this much more.
I'm really stressed out.
Yeah, well, it's just when you're always trying to avoid something like that, what are the chances you actually end up
Yeah,
knocking
yeah,
it in, you know? It's because it's on your mind.
Oh, look, Chief, she's trying to get...
Oh, it's okay. He's missed it wide. It's fine. So it'll be interesting.
Oh, well.
How many down?
Speed is great.
What's the
Two,
story?
I think.
Amy, ideally, touch her here,
Yeah.
make 4,
Yeah.
game on.
Back into the game.
Yeah.
Look at your fingers.
Last one's just out. We got 2. Second 3. We touched all good.
And she can still just beat that first black one.
Yeah, well,
you know.
even...
So she's got options, eh? Jack, draw it in, Jack, sit on the third shot.
And she might hit her own last bowl, which
Yeah.
is what Jenny was worried about. So they've got it all there going for them at the moment.
It's a huge moment, isn't it?
It
This game.
is. I think she's up for it, but will it happen? She's on track.
Sit that, you got 3.
Yeah, classy.
Yeah, very good. So game on here. Coming into the last end of this match between Kirsten and Amy and Terry and Jenny, and it's 5-3.
Kirsten just making sure it's not 4. So 3 there. Great end from Kirsten and Amy. They needed that. All came down to Kirsten's third bowl of that end.
That's right. People might be wondering why she was going to the head with pointing her fingers. Normally players do that when they can see with their eyes what the shot is anyway, but it's just a little extra confirmation of which one is shot and which one's closer. And normally people that use their fingers to measure are pretty confident in it. So if it was really close, she would have got the measure out.
So they're going to lead off on this final end, trailing by 2. They've only played one night of this and they won it early on.
Yep, they were grinning all the way back to the hotel.
Yeah, I think they'll be a bit happier in the car going home than they were on the way here with their delayed flight.
Oh, what do you mean Auckland's weather's always beautiful and the traffic's always fine?
Oh dear. They've done well to just settle in and play a great quality game of bowls. Handy start.
Jenny Stockford on the forehand.
She seems more comfortable there, doesn't she? She's favoured. It wasn't all that keen on going to the backhand last time. And yet we've seen her play backhand so well.
In general, over the weeks, I would say that forehand side is the one that we've seen favoured, like played more of that forehand side. But both hands turn nicely enough, don't they?
Well, especially since they're playing the same direction each time, you do get to know the hands, even if there is some differences in the line. You can use them to your advantage.
Close. Close.
Great.
Great shot.
Oh, Amy putting on the pressure. A bit of change of momentum maybe in this game.
Yeah.
Jenny taking another wee moment to just make sure she's all set, ready to play a good bowl. Terry and Jenny are so composed, aren't they? You just you can't tell whether it's a good bowl or a bad bowl when they watch it.
Yeah, I've played a bit of bowls with both of them. They're usually the hint, if Jenny's played a bad bowl, she'll start giggling.
Right.
Which is, it's not my reaction to to a bad bowl, but yeah, she'll generally just burst into laughter as Jenny's reaction to a bad bowl, but yeah, very, very composed.
Yeah.
As I mean, Kirsten and Amy, it's just been a really professional game for both of these pairings. They needed to pull out a number on the fourth end, and they've done so, and did everything right to make that happen. Need to find a 2 on this end.
Going in the area.
Doesn't look unhappy with it.
No. Still can't tell. I need to see it coming down the green.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more would be nice.
Interesting stuff here at the Twilight Bowls League. Of course, we're only just approaching the halfway mark of this series. We've got 3 more weeks after this, every Tuesday and Wednesday night from 6:30 live on Sky Sport. But if you are in the Auckland region, I would encourage you to come down and have a look. Royal Oak Bowls, there's a special menu on, the bar's open. A great evening of watching. Kirsten will be disappointed with that as a first bowl. Terry Blackburn on the backhand, willing this bowl back into the head. Not bad. Very capable bowler. We've seen Kirsten Edwards play some absolutely key shots in this game, setting up a number on the previous end, training the jack back on the forehand. She did. She's going to have to make some magic happen again with her last bowl. Realistically, has a shot to sit for 2 if Terry doesn't do anything. Terry's narrow, so it's going to be up to Kirsten here. She's got a chance to sit for 2. Probably has to be on the backhand, which is to the left of your screen. Amy calling the 2 shots that are open for Kirsten. Saying there's chances on the forehand, but just to the right as we see it. Kirsten will make the decision. She's played some bombs in this game. I wouldn't bet against her nailing this one.
Bowl that's just behind the jack is Terry. Your bowl that's on this side, how far behind is Terry's bowl?
Just working through the logic here, Kirsten. Big moment in this game. Wants to sit for 2, which would be holding the draw. Been a great game of bowls here at the Twilight Bowls League. On its way, doesn't like it. And there we have it. So congratulations to the winners of that match, Terry Blackburn and Jenny Stockford. They are through to the grand final, being held a little later on this evening. And stay tuned, because we're going to be back very shortly with the 3rd and 4th playoff.
Been listening to Taylor during the commentary, and thank you very much for joining us too, Taylor. Some great insight into bowls. But I wanted to ask you about World Championship, and even though it's probably seems like an eon ago, but can you take us back to that final that you were playing to win that World Championship title, and particularly the last couple of bowls?
I can. Honestly, it does feel like it's been a bit of a whirlwind of a time since I played in that final. But I think there was a lot of learnings from that. I enjoyed the experience. There were obviously nerves throughout the game, and particularly that last end, feeling like you're looking at the head and you're holding the game and you think, oh my goodness, is this going to stay the same? But I prepared myself that it was going to change because, you know, Kelly's an amazing player. I thought she was going to get that shot, so I was mentally preparing to keep play going. So yeah, it just ended up happening, and it all just kind of hit from there.
Well, for those who aren't aware, Taylor's only the third New Zealand woman to win the world title. We had Elsie Wilkie and Val Smith who've won it previously, and you, so it's a huge effort. What have you been doing since then?
I've had a bit of downtime, which is nice to just step away from the green for a little bit. Obviously a lot of training and time goes into playing an event like that, so it's nice to take a bit of time with your family and friends. And now I'm back on the green. I've played in a couple of tournaments at North East Valley and Stoke and Nelson at Stoke Bowling Club, and then I've been organising some Have a Go days as well, so it's been lots happening at the moment. Yeah, I'm in your neck of the woods this weekend. Yep. That'll be really fun.
It will be. And I think we've got, you know, when you win a major title like that, that's the pinnacle, isn't it? World Championships, Commonwealth Games, how do you rate it?
Everyone's different, but I personally feel like the World Championships is our major event where every single country can play. And so, you know, with Commonwealth Games it is special because that whole New Zealand team dynamic and the village and all that, and the public really understand what Commonwealth Games is. But World Champs is amazing to be able to play such different nations and such high quality of bowls, and it's a big event, 2 full weeks.
And you're the best of the lot. Oh gosh, just congratulations again. It's great to have Taylor Bruce here with us. The bowlers are ready to go, so we're going back to Alex, and we'll be joining Alex in just a moment.
Thank you, John. And here we can see this third and fourth game that we're going to watch shortly. The Nathans taking on Kirsten Edwards and Amy McElroy. It's going to be a good game of bowls. I'm certainly looking forward to it, and great to hear that conversation there between John Macbeth and our most recent world champion, Taylor Bruce, who we've been lucky enough to have in the commentary booth tonight. Here we see the bracket, so the major final a bit later on is going to be Peter and Rob taking on Terry and Jenny, but for now, third and fourth, Millie and Chad taking on Kirsten and Amy. And here we see the first bowl from the siblings. Last week's winners, and Kirsten here on the forehand. Good line, coming off the disappointment of that loss to Terry and Jenny.
Back in the commentary box. How fun.
Moved at quite some pace.
That's the fastest we've moved in a long time.
It was great. It was great to hear, like you're saying. It's good to hear that conversation. And I think really cool for New Zealand to have another world champion, Taylor, and special to have you here with us today. And I've been enjoying watching your exploits around the place. It's been really cool. Like we know we've got that upcoming exhibition at the Raumati Bowling Club, but it's just one of the things you've been up to. I think really cool to have a world champion who's sort of essentially just travelling around the country. Doing things.
I love the game, and I think, you know, I've always been involved in a little bit of coaching as well in the past. It's sort of my love for the sport and my love for teaching all wrapped up in one, so it's nice to be able to go out amongst the community and meet a whole bunch of bowlers around the country. And there's 2 men actually up in the back there. They just showed me a photo. They had a photo with me at the World Champs, which is really cool. I remember when they came along and they were real laughs. It was
Of course, the other famous photo of you at World Championships was when you were about 12, wasn't it, in Christchurch?
Yes, getting all sorts of autographs and photos.
Yeah. And that was great.
As a true fan, still am a true fan of the game. There you go.
Yeah, and that's really good. I was at both those Christchurch ones at 208 and 212, and hugely successful for New Zealand. And with your parents involved in it there at Burnside, it was just a remarkable time in New Zealand bowls, I thought. So you've carried it on and picked up that title. That's not your only title, of course, but the world champion is just something special.
Yeah, it was a special experience, and I mean, you bring up my parents there. Thankful for them for introducing me to the sport, and they've been so supportive over all the years. I wouldn't have been able to achieve what I have without them supporting me along the way. What a great
look
bowl.
at this. What a shot. God, the bowls have been good tonight, haven't they?
Just gets better and better.
Millie's come to the party there.
They've had a change of outfits. They're now in the black tops.
Quick
There you
change.
go. Quick
Yeah.
change.
Yeah.
That's the only reason we were talking, really, is to give the time to change.
Still like the quite like the upside down sunglasses on on the camp. It's a nice.
Don't go too wide. Just make sure you miss that front white and you're on the play.
I usually lose my sunglasses because I'm quite blind, so I have to get prescription sunglasses, wear them once, and then that's the end, really. Millie on the backhand.
I had a fright the other day. I was saying to John, I ended up with COVID for the third time a couple of weeks ago.
No.
All good now, thankfully, which is great. But you get a bit of brain fog and you get a bit forgetful. And I thought I'd lost my sunglasses. And I'm really lucky to have these great pair of Maui Jim sunglasses that I just love wearing on the green. And I couldn't find them anywhere. They were they were nowhere to be found, and it turns out they were in the drawer that I always put them in. They were tucked up the top, and I couldn't see them.
I thought you were going to say they were on your head.
No, I just.
I was wondering where it was going.
That's what tiredness and that COVID that has such awful effects, doesn't it? I was the only one on the plane with a mask on. No, I wasn't. I travelled with a mask on the plane today, and there were 3 others on board who had masks. And then, of course, my glasses fogged up and I couldn't read. There's just so much of it about still. And if you've had it before, you don't want it again, do you, really?
Yeah.
We live in a different world nowadays.
Yeah.
It's interesting there. Amy was just called on quite a firm shot through the middle. On this, it's the first end, I suppose. It'll be interesting to see what is called for
Coming here.
next.
It was quite a good result because of the angles.
Cannoned one out.
The second or one of the shots popped out. The good thing for Kirsten and Amy here is that they've just come off the green, so they can just continue what they've been doing.
Going back to the fact that the players have learned over the 3 weeks. First week, when it came to their second game, everything seemed to have slowed, and they were all short and they were struggling to get to grips with it. So, what goes into your memory bank is important. So this is a pretty good end from a weight point of view.
Big breath in. Steering it down. And not far away if it turns. Goodness, that was lovely weight, wasn't it? Just trying to
Such a good
cannon
effort,
through.
just getting those lines.
1 to million, Chad. First end of this match, which determines 3rd and 4th.
I do enjoy quite watching Amy play. That didn't really make sense. Sorry, everyone. I
Just
do
keep
quite
going.
enjoy watching her play. When I first started playing, I mentioned the under 21 Kiddie Hawk events years and years ago.
So just watch a replay here of that bowl from
Such a good bowl.
Millie. Look at this. That changed the entire complexion of that head. Sorry, we're talking about Amy. Kiddie Hawk events.
No, it's just a quick memory of playing in the under-21 event, and I came dead last in the national event. I was pretty brand new to the game, and I was so excited because I ended up at the bottom of the plate, but I got to play Amy in the plate. She was top of the plate, and she'd won the previous year, so I was stoked because I got to go all the way, and I got to play Amy. So it's nice seeing that these players are still out there playing and still so competitive, even after having kids and their working life and everything else.
Yep. The bowls is always there, isn't it? And that's one of the cool things, what we're sort of saying with this Twilight Bowls League, is you can literally play bowls at any point, at any level that you want to play it at. It might be that you just go to your local club and have a couple of drinks and a chat and a roll-up, or it could be on the other end of the scale where we have our blackjacks who play. I cannot emphasise how much bowls our blackjacks play. Like, it's unbelievable to a club bowler to understand how much you guys play, or somewhere in between. But anyone can play. It's always there. You could pick it up and be serious about it in your younger days, and then do life and family and work, and then come back, or just whatever works. Just play bowls. It's there.
There's a whole community, isn't it? Like, you just get to know such amazing people. Some of my best friends have come from bowls, and I just love meeting people from all different ages, different backgrounds. Some people's lives are fascinating, you know, you meet just such a range of different people.
Great delivery. She looks always so smooth on the mat.
Very, very.
Not blinking as she watches it all the way down, and it's in the zone. This could be the shot. Going to run it out.
Kirsten's willing it on,
Yeah,
knows
not
it's on a
quite.
good line.
Yeah.
Switching to the backhand here, Millie. Now, I've just remembered, because I've seen that logo. I think, that logo looks pretty cool. There is a Bowls New Zealand online shop, and I'm pretty sure there's a Christmas special going on at the moment, even though it is, of course, only the 14th of November. So nowhere near Christmas yet. But if you want to check it out, go to the Bowls New Zealand website, have a look at the online shop, and there might be a gift there for someone in your life who plays bowls, or a gift to yourself, a Christmas gift to you. Bowls, bags and bowls, and other bits and pieces available for purchase on there at very, very reasonable prices.
Every woman's favourite four-letter word, sail. In fact, the logos on these bowls are great. I went through all the bowls there earlier.
Yes.
You know, they're really good. There's animals and New Zealand flag and ferns and all sorts of things. You know, you can. It's limitless, the choice you've got.
Yeah, and we should just mention that the players are all playing something we actually neglected to mention. Probably should have said it earlier, but they're not playing with their personal set of bowls. They're playing with bowls that have been provided. They are all Aero Optimas of varying sizes, and an Optima is one of the biggest swinging modern bowls that we have. The reason was simple. The white bowls match the white side on the scoreboard, the black bowls match the black side. So you can sit down, watch it, easy to understand.
Oh, I hadn't worked that out.
That's very disappointing, John, because we've done it.
Oh, another shot going up here, is it?
Oh, it's holding! Oh, my
She nearly
goodness.
got an edge off that front one and would have gone straight for the jack.
I don't think she touched anything on the way
No.
through. I don't really understand
No.
how that's happened.
If you tried to do that, you'd hit something, wouldn't you?
Yeah. It's not a bowl-sized gap there for Chad to go through, but he found it.
This is a nice sweet track.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Gonna
just
need
pulling
an
up,
edge
but
here.
it might promote that one.
Great bowl. Well, great weight and in the area. Yeah.
He's still got that forehand shot to play here where he can punch that jack back to his own. Sure.
No, I
Okay,
think
John,
he's going for the
backhand.
open hand. Yeah, he
Yeah,
can get
yeah.
an edge off his own,
Yeah.
which we're going to see here.
Oh,
Oh,
that was nearly perfect.
unfortunate result.
Just looking at those white balls to the left
Here we
there.
go, one, bud.
Yeah, I still got one. Okay.
Out there. Still touches thirds in the wide.
Kirsten. So from a bowls family, Mum's a very good bowler.
Yes, very good bowler.
Sure.
Reiki, eh? Reiki?
Same word as your last is fine.
Reiki.
Yeah. Find that rather stressful.
Oh, well, that's
Well
not bad.
played again.
That's a Reiki good one.
That's right. Oh,
Oh, yeah, he got the shot out of it.
Surely that's worth
oh,
one.
no,
Yeah.
it's close for a measure. I feel like this whole end has been, and then, oh.
Yeah.
It's exciting. No, it's not.
Think we still live?
Still
Oh,
live.
okay.
Still down there, bud.
Nice we sit on those bowls. Bit of the
Yep.
jack's fine too.
Sort of bowl that Kirsten's really good at here, isn't
Yeah.
it? You know, you're just that little bit over, making it count because it's an important moment in too. Got an opportunity to make a number here for Kirsten Edwards. She'll give this bowl every chance in the world, just drifting.
On this.
Shoulder down.
Oh, wow.
The bowl.
No doubt about it now.
They weren't sure about it with the way it was reacting on the green, but it just came back beautifully at the end.
It was an unexpected late bend, I think, from
Yes.
both the people on the head, Amy and Millie.
We never doubted it in the commentary booth, but it's going to be two. Two to
You already-
Kirsten.
Yeah.
There's the bulldozer. Oh, no, they're just measuring. Well, I've put 2 up on the scoreboard, so we'll see how accurate that was. Don't go yet, Ben.
It's nice to see the umpires being used though.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got such great skills and she's there ready to go.
Oh, you couldn't pay me to be an umpire. It seems far too stressful.
Yeah, it is.
I've
It
got a
would
lot of
be.
admiration for them. Yeah, I wouldn't do it in a million years.
2 it is.
Oh, that's good because that's what was on the scoreboard. So 2-1 to Kirsten and Amy as we head into the third end of this third versus fourth playoff. Here we get a replay of that bowl. Watch this.
Just tucks right in at the end.
At the end.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it just ducked, didn't it? Lovely bowl.
Thank you.
Must be quite nice for the players, you know, your bowls get delivered down to the end for you.
We're not setting, let me be clear, we're not setting a precedent across the country that we should be pushing the bowls back. And thanks, of course, go to the Cambridge Bowling Club, who recently celebrated their 125th year as a bowling
Wow.
club, which is an incredible achievement for also lending us the bulldozer for the duration of this Twilight Bowls League. Has certainly made things a lot simpler than they could have been, and I've been impressed with how much more efficiently we've been able to get the bowls back. The first few ends of the Twilight Bowls League, we were all a little concerned,
Yeah.
but certainly the proficiency, I would say, has gone up with the bulldozer.
And probably the manufacturer of the bulldozer is rubbing his hands and thinking, or her hands, and saying, right, the orders are coming in
Happy
all over the
days.
place.
Well, they're a lot more common over in the northern hemisphere, I think, because it's a big job to kick those
Yeah,
bowls back
yeah.
on those heavy greens. So, be interested to see whether they become a thing here.
Yeah, I can certainly see the merit, eh?
Yeah.
Sort of moving stuff around, but absolutely very helpful for the Twilight Bowls League. Chad steering the bowl down.
Blocker.
Blocker, he says.
And he had the right bias.
That's right.
It's always what I look at as a positive. If I've got the bias right, that's at least one thing that I've done correctly.
Kirsten chasing her bowl. She must be hopeful that it's going to be close.
This is a good shot. Oh, just slightly overplayed. Thought that was better than that, Taylor. It just kept going. Which, I suppose, it's getting dark and colder outside. How does that usually impact a carpet green? Would it speed up or slow down?
I don't often play on it in the evening, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure what it would feel like at the moment.
At least it's second, isn't it? No.
So I suppose-
Possibly a bit slower, I would
Yeah.
think. Typically, it would get slower, I think.
So as a player of some ability, you know, when you're good like these guys and yourself, and you're playing bowls, how long does it take for you to notice that a green is changing? Like, is there a light bulb moment when you go, oh, the green's changed, I need to make an adjustment?
Yeah, I think you get quite intuitive with your bowl, but it's also having that awareness and expecting that it could change. And I think when you are, noticing that or looking to notice it, then it's a lot easier. If you're just sort of oblivious and you're just focusing on the game, then it's quite easy to not actually notice. That's where things like rink coaches come in handy, because they can remind you, oh look, conditions are changing, or it's about that time of night, and that can be really helpful when you're a player.
Look at the grouping of the bowls there.
I would say Kirsten and Amy will be pretty good at picking the green and its changes, just from all their experience.
Don't, Millie.
Oh,
Do that.
Oh,
quite nice sportsmanship from
Yeah,
Chad there. Obviously not happy to take a wick as a shot, so that's good spirits in the game.
So what's she looking at? As a new player picking up bowls, you see someone like Amy on the mat, and you look at where her eyes are directed. They're not directed down, they're directed out. What sort of spot do you think she might be taking, or is she someone who just has an imaginary line there all the time?
So for someone like Amy, I'm not sure where she aims, but I can speak for myself in that I'll have a point about halfway down the green, which is why my eyes won't be completely up or completely down, just because that's my aiming point and it matches to a line on the bank or what I've visualised the bowler's going to do. So everyone's different. Some people look at the bank, some people look right in front of them. This is pretty handy here.
is it second or third shot there, do you think?
I'd say third.
It's such a consistent pre-shot routine, isn't it, from Amy?
Yeah, like I said, it's been like that for years. The brain likes consistency. So maybe it's those little 1%ers that helps her perform.
So we've got 2
She hasn't been short much tonight, has she? So that's might be a changing. Get another wick.
Yeah.
Here comes a yeet, John.
Yeah.
It's
area
down.
there.
Oh, a little bit wide.
Nice controlled speed.
Lovely confidence there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just drive it on the forehand.
Two
Not
shots.
easy to do on camera.
No. 2 shots to Kirsten and Amy. So they take now a handy lead, but we've seen those leads diminish quite quickly.
And here we go. We'll just watch a replay. That first, that bowl of Amy's lovely from this camera angle, isn't it? You can just see what the players would have seen.
It's nice to see some people come down and watch tonight and support the event.
Yeah, and we'd encourage anyone to come down, please, to the Royal Oak Bowls Club Tuesday and Wednesday nights from 6:30. There's a fantastic kitchen in action here. The bar's open. Great bowls being played. Why not come down if you're in the Auckland area and check it out?
Exactly. Adds to the atmosphere. And yeah, I had a chicken wrap for dinner that was really yum, so food's good.
On the forehand, Amy.
Tracking quite nicely.
Yeah, and her mind too will be the fact that her previous bowl was outside the circle and quite short. So it's even though the bowls have changed and have been taken down the other end and a bit of time has lapsed, it's still important to remember what that last bowl did.
Yeah, quite right. She's still adjusting and learning
Yeah.
from that last end. Nice starting bowl from Millie here. I'll be happy with that. green.
Like a trumpet impression, wasn't it? That's quite.
No, that's level. You get inside it, you count.
Yeah, it's quite a nice guide, that bowl.
Of course, after this game, there's one more match tonight, the grand final for tonight's bowls. It'll be mother and daughter taking on the young at heart, Peter Shane and Rob Ashton. It's going to be a great game of bowls to watch as well. So once this is finished, don't go away. There's more to come. And then again next week and tomorrow and the week after next, so on and so forth. There's plenty of bowls every Tuesday and Wednesday night from 6:30.
Just hasn't been quite pinpoint with her previous 2 bowls. She's certainly got a wee bit more on this time. Just enough to
Could
get
be a
round that.
toucher.
Great bowl.
Well
Lovely
done.
bowl. That's spot on. Worth a grin.
Any way you like, really. You got to just sit there, Bob.
It's pretty simple there from Chad.
Yep.
You can use the wing bowl. Oh,
Stays on. It's still helpful for the team. It's just going to go into the ditch.
So players switch over now on this fourth end. Fourth end of 5 in our second to last match of the night. The battle for 3rd and 4th. We're heading towards the halfway stage of the 6-week competition, Twilight Bowls League, here at the Royal Oak Complex. Raining outside, and which is a change for Auckland, of course. It's raining outside, and this covered complex is really absolutely spot on. So many
It's quite
clubs looking at
cosy,
this sort of
yeah.
thing, eh?
what a great song's just come on the speakers there from the DJ Mark McLeod. Very famous New Zealand song, whose title I'm not going to try and say on the commentary.
Speed's not bad, bud.
Oh, this looks like he could be trying to play a little bit more. Oh, no.
Oh, I thought he had the line for
I
more
thought
weight.
he was going
Yeah,
for more
yeah.
weight, yeah. Maybe not yet, but early for that, maybe. It's only his first bowl.
Yeah, it's the beauty, I suppose. You've got 6 bowls per team. You can bide your time sometimes.
It's the thing, it's a fine line between that patience and also you've only got 5 ends. So what's the balance there and what are you comfortable with playing?
Look at this. Is it
Holding
going to
and
hold?
ducking. Oh.
Oh, I thought she'd done it.
She could just roll it another one with her next and it'll be fine. Happy days.
That means that Chad has to change hands,
It
doesn't
does.
it? Change side.
So now he can't adjust from his last. He has to start fresh, which is not always easy, but he's up for the challenge, I'm sure.
It's big inside out.
Yeah.
Going to be, look at the weight. He said the same weight with both of his bowls. One's finished to the left of the head, one to the right. You want the third one to be right in the middle, don't you?
Yep. Notice that Amy's walked around to the front of the head. Sometimes when you're calling shots, it just is a lot easier when you can see it from all angles and almost imagine you're on the mat.
Notice Morris Symes does that quite a bit. And we saw that last week when he was playing with Briar. Just occasionally he'd just put his hand up and he'd go around and have another look and then be firm in his shot call.
Yeah, Bry's over in Hong Kong at the moment.
Yes.
She's travelling around as well.
Yeah, there's updates, so they're hard to find actually from the Hong Kong Bowls Association, but if you, they've got a reasonably active Facebook page, so if you Google Hong Kong or go onto Facebook and look up Hong Kong Lawn Bowls Association, you can see some results come through there. Sheldon, Begley Howley, Craig Tinker.
Oh, got the shot, has she?
He wouldn't.
Yes, I think.
Wow.
Who knows?
Has he got one out of that?
Sure. On to you, Millie.
Goodness
Yep,
gracious
yep.
me.
Last bowl.
That's
So we'll
unbelievable.
go into the last end at 4-2. Kirsten and Amy leading Millie and Chad.
I was mid-flight as well. What a shot that was.
I don't think they quite saw it working out that way, but I'm sure they'll be happy with that result.
It's one of those times where the bowls god smile upon thee, and you just go.
It's all part of the
Thank
game.
you.
All part of the game.
Wow.
2 rings of green coming inside there. Oh yeah, I watched the PS1. Yeah.
Let's just rewatch that bowl. Let's see if we can understand how it works. So look at this. He's gone square through the white bowl and followed on enough for 1 from this angle 2.
Well, to be fair, it was actually in the target area, had nice weight. There were always chances, so you know, they'll be pretty happy with that. Now they're only two behind, last end to play.
The weight was the key there, wasn't it? From
Yeah.
Chad. Now I was saying, sorry, yeah, the Hong Kong, we've got Briar and Selena and Sheldon, Bagri Howley and Craig Tinker. It's like a big invitation event, isn't it? So they
Yes.
sort of go over there. New Zealand's got a long history of sending.
Yeah, I
people
actually went with
going to
Amy in 2014.
Cool.
No, 2015. Absolute blast of a time.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing people don't realise, you can travel with bowls. The opportunities are endless if you put your mind to it.
Chad steering down this bowl.
It's just getting that consistency, isn't it? Especially when you're leading. You don't always have to have the shot, but just to have bowls in the area, in the head, and then leave it to the skips.
Yeah,
Sounds like a great plan.
Yeah.
and the skips are asking for the same thing, aren't they? Oh, you don't have to draw the shot. Just don't leave me in a situation where I've got to play the bomb to
Yeah.
save us here. I don't want to be saving all the time.
Oh, look at that. He's laughing at it. It either means it's good or it doesn't. Just finishing past the head.
No short bowls though, so that's definitely a positive.
Really clear communication from all the peers teams at this event, isn't it? You sort of
Yeah.
you left them no doubt as to what they want from each other.
I wonder as well, possibly feeling more comfortable being on a TV rink, and you start to communicate as you normally would if you were out on the bowling green. It is a little bit nerve-wracking. You're mic'd up and you're the only rink on the green. And they seem very comfortable this evening.
Yeah, they're behaving as if they're not on TV. It
Exactly,
sounds as
you
though
just
they've-
forget about
yep,
it,
just
don't you?
forgotten about it, yeah.
There was a great cover bowl by Kirsten there, exactly where Amy wanted it. They've got that defensive play at the moment. They're 2 up on the scoreboard. They don't need to be hunting for numbers and getting more shots and creating targets.
But yeah. Birkenhead rule.
Failure on the forehand.
Yeah, that was a look of, I'm not happy with that, really. This is the most scattered head we've had, probably.
Yeah, possibly for the whole evening.
Yeah.
We've had such great heads so far.
Amy on the forehand.
Nice line.
They're leading by 2 with a pretty good head. They should be feeling okay, would you say, Taylor, at this point in the
Yeah.
in the game? 2 bowls to come from Millie and Chad to make 2 points happen. So certainly advantage to Kirsten and Amy at this point.
Whatever you see,
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever you see.
positive through here.
A lot of bowls.
As long as you're around there.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that's where we saw Amy switching over to try and draw another close shot, because it is drawable at the moment. I mean, the way that Millie's been playing, she could get 2, nicely drawn in that area. It's a good half a mat space.
This could be close here, this first one.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Bowls now.
Pressure's back on Kirsten and Amy.
Yeah.
Oh, how it can turn.
Very quickly. One bowl can change the complexion of a match, or an end in particular. Here we go. They lead by 2 on the board. They're playing the last end. They're down by 1.
Look at this.
Roll on the front would be nice.
Push it up.
Look at this.
Very good.
Square through.
Yeah.
Beautiful bowl. Great shot.
Makes me want to clap.
Yeah. But it's still there for Millie.
Square through the shot bowl.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There is a line too there, and she can see it too.
I think if you sit it clean, you'll skid and stop on the plastic. You can pay weight to like.
Stop on it regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, she's a bit up. The jack's going to squirt out to the right as we look at it, if it moves at all, I think, isn't it? But
It's not a bad thing if it does.
yeah, that's right.
Just around the front.
This could be the
Just
best
don't
bowl
hit
you've
those
seen
two short
today.
black ones.
No, you wouldn't say that, John, because then you hit the two short black
Yeah, I
ones.
know. Yeah, don't say that.
Think it. So this is to sit for the draw. To sit for the draw. She's close. Oh, it's going to hold.
That's such a good
What
effort.
a great effort.
Wow, very good. So one shot to Kirsten and Amy, not needing to play their last bowl, and they pick up third place. And this start of the third week of this competition, they take the match by 5-2. That's third and fourth sorted. The big match coming up.
Yes, we have, and there we go. Congratulations to Amy and Kirsten. Taking out third, as you said, John. But don't go away, because the grand final is coming up just after this. Welcome back to the Twilight Bowls League, broadcasting live from Royal Oak Bowls, and here we are. We're at the final for tonight, Tuesday for week 3. Peter Shane and Rob Ashton are going to take on Terry Blackburn and Jenny Stockford, and we can see the bracket. We just watched that previous game where Millie and Chad took on Kirsten and Amy, the winners there, Kirsten and Amy, but the major final about to begin. What do we think is going to happen, team? What's our predictions for this game?
Well, I think if we go back to night one, these combinations met, I believe, and Jenny and Terry sort of gave Pete and Rob a bit of a lesson, had them grumbling at each other. I might be totally wrong in my memory of that, but it's something that stuck in my mind. And we've seen Peter and Rob just sort of come back nicely, haven't they? They've developed, well, we know they're a great team, but they've become acclimatised more to the green. And they played pretty well in their first match here, but so too did Jenny and Terry. Gosh. So that is not an answer to your question. I can't
No, it
remember your
wasn't,
question,
but
actually,
thank you for trying, John.
Yeah. So I think we're going to see a close match. I think it'll probably go 5 ends.
And the pearls of wisdom just keep coming.
And I think either the team with the black bowls or the white bowls will win.
Thank you.
Now, I like this. You know, we've got two players, experienced players on the mat, and they're spraying it a bit. And I think that goes back to what they learned early on about how the green is slowed down, and they don't want to be short tonight.
Works, and Rob here on his forehand side.
I said they don't want to be short.
Yeah.
Oh, so Jenny Stockford may switch to the backhand. It's actually it's something that indoor bowlers do more than outdoor bowlers, and I'm not convinced it's a good thing, but we tend to switch. We switch real fast, Taylor.
See, I personally probably wouldn't switch.
Yep.
I've just played 2 down at hand. I trust the line that I could get under that white bowl with good weight, and yeah, you could be right. Maybe that's just the different styles of play coming through from indoor and outdoor.
Yeah, you shouldn't really. An outdoor, because outdoor's a harder game. It makes sense to stay on the same hand 3
Yes.
times. Indoor bowls is played on 24-foot long mats, so you expect yourself to be able to. You just play the open hand is the logic, and often if you're in default mode, indoor to outdoor, we tend to switch a little bit more than people that have just played outdoor bowls.
And in outdoor, the chances of actually hitting it are probably less as well.
Quite
you
low,
know.
yeah.
Whereas in indoor, I can imagine there's, you know,
Yeah,
a
clunk
lot
into the bowl.
smaller. Yeah.
Very
Have
much
you played any indoor bowls already or not?
No, but I really want to go down and just give it a go
Yeah,
for fun.
yeah.
I think I'd learn a lot in terms of tactics and angles of bowls, and I've got some friends. My best friend, Kate Bassett, she used to play a bit of indoor, so I want to go down with her and have a go.
Oh,
That'd be quite
we
fun.
would love you to play a little bit of indoor bowls, Taylor.
Do you know what, Terry and I were saying we should go down and enter a tournament? It'd be quite fun.
You may as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I've got to tell you that when you go to Raumati on Friday, the forecast isn't great, and there has been a
Oh, no.
suggestion from Lisa White that you
Ooh.
play indoor, because I think she's dabbled a wee bit in
Oh,
it.
she only played
how
for,
fun
only
would
played
that
for
be,
New
though?
Zealand.
So we've had indoor, but we haven't used our indoor bowls much. Normally now for businesses that go in and have a bit of a function, but they're all there, so you never know.
Is it mats or
Yeah.
like indoor, like English indoor? What? Just the small mats?
We no, well I
It's
don't
the
know.
one you've had the least practice
roll
on.
out,
Yeah.
roll out we've got a half a dozen mats here. We just roll them out, and
I
You
think
can put
that
them
sounds like a
across the
great
hall.
plan.
yeah.
I love a challenge. Let's give that a go. Throw me in the deep end.
Meanwhile, we're seeing
Scattered here, eh?
It continues to be a bit scattered, absolutely.
Well, they've had a wee bit of a break. So, like you say, the green might have changed a bit, and they're just taking this end to figure it all out. And I'm sure we'll see some good heads in the next 4 ends. Definitely some safe weight here, just getting them at the
Yes.
back.
Drawing to our bowl here.
Since she knew she had a chance of clunking into bowls.
Yes. You just got to be careful with these kinds of ends, you know, for Terry and Jenny. It's one of those ends where you could drop like a 3 or 4, and you don't even, I mean, they've actually got some bowls sort of nearby, but it just all of a sudden it gets away on you.
You feel like it's out of nowhere, eh? You
Yeah.
just understand how that happened. That was a beautiful delivery there from Terry Blackboard on the backhand.
Traffic well, buddy.
This looks a bit better.
Great correction.
Beautiful delivery and a beautiful bowl. He says, I think she might have hung around for one. Looks like she's got one, doesn't it? Yep.
I think so. She might have just snuck in there.
Yeah, one down to that last hole.
They might try and get rid of that.
Yeah,
somehow.
Yeah. I think Rob's just letting him make his own mind up.
Kitty on the ball. If you get the ball, make 3 of it.
Backhand runner. Is it a backhand runner? I said
Yeah,
earlier on
yeah.
tonight he
It is.
doesn't miss them. Peter
See
Shane.
the proof of it.
Yeah.
I guarantee you he'll nail this. Unless it's not a backhand run shot, then maybe.
Oh.
Well, he's got it. He's got the shot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
pushes it
what
out.
a bowl!
Yeah, not bad at all.
A clever bowl.
in Auckland, Jeff Coe, but we'll know Terry Blackburn and Jenny through the indoor game. He's what we call a push bowler in indoor, Taylor, which means he grips the bowl like a claw. Because you can do that in indoor bowls because you're not pushing the bowl very long along the mat. But probably the best push bowler in New Zealand, Jeff Coe. I'm watching the outdoor game, and look at this. It's like Terry's playing indoors, 3 bowls in the circles.
So
Great
cool
stuff.
to see.
Rob Ashton, so very good. Is that him? Second from the left, is it?
Second from the left by the scoreboard, Jeff Coe. Obviously enjoying the night. Good to see him up here.
Showed you the photo of you at the World Championship?
Yeah, the 2 on the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were good supports over there.
A lot of Kiwis went over, weren't there?
Oh, it was amazing. Honestly, I think it really helped our performance as a team. The supporter shirts from Bowls New Zealand made a big difference as well. I would say it just connected everyone because otherwise you wouldn't have known who was there to support you or other teams, and you just look around and all these New Zealand shirts. It was amazing. I'm excited to see what Rob does here.
I don't know what's going to happen.
It's a bit of a target. Maybe he'll try and confidently play up to that head.
Yes, to be.
Yep.
That last one of Terry's just sitting on the side was not in the greatest
Wow.
What a
position.
ball!
That
What a
is great.
shot!
It was there to use, wasn't it? And
Yes.
she would have been, actually, I think she would have been annoyed that she hadn't been just a bit over rather than Jack Lowe.
Beautiful shot.
What do you like from that end?
I can't hear you.
What do you want me to do?
I can't see either way. Just hand me from the ball. Keep it on. Just that much over.
Rob and Peter are here to play, aren't they? That was just, what a great shot. You're 3 down. And Jenny being called by Terry here to play a positive shot herself. Bowl or bowl to rest on. That's the right speed, isn't it?
Yeah, I think she's giving it a good chance with that sort of metre through weight, that 2 metre through weight. Oh, switching over.
Yeah.
Claps it when he thinks it's a good bowl. Usually does that sort of the clappy thing. Oh, he might just fall
Beautiful length.
short of a gallop. Or was it probably wide more than short, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a good weight. She's switching over.
Oh yeah. Well, it looks promotable. The jack movement is for them. I just looked at those couple past.
Like Terry said, there's options on both hands.
Yeah, that's right.
Close. She's close here. Jenny Stockford needs it to get down.
Yeah,
Great weight again.
It's gone clear past.
See those black ones back much. She's not trying to get 3 or 4. She'd like to get 3. She doesn't want to drop a number.
So Jenny's made her way down because she's got 1 bowl to come. So she thought, I'll chase my second bowl down, what she's allowed to do.
Balls here, mate.
Yeah, that's the danger for Rob and Peter, isn't it? Those black
We got the
balls
shot.
just over the head.
You beat these 2 balls here.
Recognises that Jack could go back to those and they could drop a couple.
Getting some team talk insight at the moment.
I think he threw another shot.
Yeah.
Just about.
Right, what's the call here? What do we think Jenny's going to play? I have no idea.
She did switch onto the forehand. I think if you've made that commitment, it's going to be tough to switch back again. Even though the target area is actually slightly smaller on the forehand, she's given it. She was close enough with that last attempt.
Stay on the forehand, look at
It
them.
almost looks as if she hits either of hers to get a positive result. Could get a positive result out of it.
Yeah, the front black
one could take
is
the-
a good option. It
Yeah.
should go onto the jack or onto that
White.
white bowl, and then with that 2 metre weight, the jack's not going to spit out anywhere too far where there's danger. So where that weight control is really important.
Let's see if she starts grinning. It's not a good one.
Well, she looks like she's watching it very carefully. This is close.
Very close here, Jenny Stockford. She's very
Oh,
close
down a
here.
little bit.
Oh, she's got it. There's black ones back there.
Where's the
She's got the
jack?
shot, has she? She has.
Oh,
What happened?
She got the shot out of it.
no, I think that it's
Oh, white one.
to
Oh,
Peter
gosh.
Rob.
Oh, I see. Yeah. That didn't it got
Yeah,
just
best
slightly
result.
too far.
Was contact on the front black,
Yeah.
and she just got it a wee bit perfect there with the jack, and she can be happy she executed the shot well, though. I mean, the worst thing's if you don't even give it a chance.
Put that ball over here because that's really dangerous. Short.
Yep, so Peter Shane, as you might have heard, saying I called Rob Ashton up with this one here to put it into those two black bowls
Yep.
at the back, and he was short, even though he nearly drew another shot. It wasn't what Peter Shane wanted. And as it turned out with that bowl from Jenny, which we're seeing now, the jack did go back to where those black ones
then
were,
passed.
but just a little bit too far.
Goodness, it was a well played bowl, wasn't it?
It was. She gave it such a great go.
Just a fraction too heavy, that's all.
That can all help to confidence, to boost the confidence going into the next three ends.
So they're 4-0 down if you're Terry and Jenny after 2. So this end here, we'd say, is a key one. If they don't score on this end, they'll be in a bit of trouble, wouldn't they?
Yeah. Stranger things have happened though. We love a good comeback. That's fine.
It's not a wrong bias, is it? No, it's just wide.
No,
just
it's
wide.
Just fighting the line.
Well, he's drawn the shot there, Rob Ashton, but I'd be very surprised if it remains so.
I've got a chocolate fish here, and I'll bet you that he doesn't have the shot after this one.
I'm about to hand you chocolate fish back, John. Here we go, on the back end. Yeah, there's your chocolate fish.
Thank you.
Great start.
Bowl. Into the circles. Now we measured it, it's a metre across, or half a metre from the centre to the outside, which equates to about 3 bowls between the jack and the outside of the circles. It's not a lot of room to get a bowl in the circle.
I think sometimes it could be deceiving on the screen when it's all quite close. That's a really good starting bowl.
Yeah, you're in the circles, you're well within cooey, aren't you?
Yes.
You've played a good shot then. Jenny Stockford, that was a lovely delivery on the back end.
Nice track again.
Peter Shane calling it early.
Get that late turn, hopefully.
How far off the kid is it?
Do that.
How far off the kid is the shot?
Sorry?
How far off the kid is the shot?
Oh, a good foot.
Looked like he was going to boot something there, Peter Shane.
Yeah,
I particularly enjoyed
I think if Rob had been closer, he might have been the target.
how far off the kitty is it? 2 down.
Yeah.
Better this time.
The music's quite loud out there, though.
Oh yeah, fair cool.
Not up. Problem is,
So Rob Ashton was blaming the bowl, saying it's staying out. Peter was saying, well, you're not up, it's your fault.
Meanwhile, Terry and Jenny are thinking, yep, we're
Let's stay on this
Yeah.
hand.
Put 3 bowls close and pray
Yeah,
to gods.
She's winking just a little bit as she walked down here. She might think she's got another
just
shot
going to
on
hang
here.
out there, I think.
Oh, it is not quite
Yeah.
up, so
Still, she's done her job. She's got two shots and leaving it to Terry to add to that, so it's quite all right.
Important here for Peter Shane's first bowl to be even second shot.
Yeah. So he'll be going backhand, looking to just beat that back bowl that's counting on the head. Just as a starting point, easier than trying to draw a toucher just yet.
On the backhand, Peter talks about playing with your heart in it and playing with passion, and you can absolutely see that in the way that Peter Shane has always played the sport. Heroes for him, Kevin Darling, Danny O'Connor and Peter Bellis. 3 great bowlers, legendary
Yeah.
names.
That's it. Kevin Darling often pops up as people's inspiration.
Mercurial.
Yeah, remarkable bowler, wasn't he?
Great bowl here by Terry. She's just done what Peter was trying to do. That's exactly the spot to be.
Up by 4-0, but down on the head. This is the third end of the final tonight. Peter Shane looking to add some weight here.
Look at this from Peter Shane. Look at that.
Gets
What a
lovely
bowl.
slide.
Down to that one.
Oh, you can't.
Bobble out a couple of times.
The pressure he was under there.
Yeah.
Staggering.
Had a little bit of help, but he was on target regardless. It's not like he was miles away.
Beautiful delivery from Terry, but she doesn't like it. She's
No.
got the grimace. Don't know why she's grimacing.
No,
It
it's
looks pretty good to
actually-
me. Oh, there we are. She missed
getting
it by
down.
one whole bowl.
Oh,
Yeah, that's about it, wasn't it?
yeah.
She's going to come down there, so you draw that hand, draw right up to your bowl.
Play her shot.
Yeah, change it up
That one's
himself.
that far behind.
Get another one in the head. It's very vulnerable at the moment, even though it's great they've got the shot. You pop that out, they've got 4. Doesn't look happy with it. But
Yeah.
again, not too bad.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
that's why.
Oh, no, he might have hung around for one, and it's a better...
Yeah, for a
No,
second.
no.
One to Terry and Jenny.
Crunch bowl here. Terry Blackburn. Slight bit of a giveaway with her facial expression. Is she going to get tied up in that white one? Yeah, that's what she was worried. Or she gets a wee edge, but not the weight. So they're still in this game, though. Just the one. It's 4-1. Peter and Rob leading Terry and Jenny.
Go with the bulldozer. And down the rink we go. It's so satisfying. I went on a bit of a... I'll go on the rant again. It's interesting, Taylor and John. I'll get a bit of
Nice
a
of you to
lecture.
include me
So
in it.
see how the bowls begin to roll on the running surface.
Yes.
So they start off going disc over disc and they end up on the running surface. That's because of the way a bowl is. It's moulded. So often, to keep it simple, we say, oh, a bowl's heavy on one side, so that's why it turns.
Yeah.
But the reason a bowl turns is because the running surface is very slightly on the inside of the sphere, which isn't a true sphere.
Yeah.
So the bulldozer perfectly demonstrates how the running surface works because the bowls end up on the running surface and straighten themselves up.
There you go.
And there ends my lecture for this evening.
No, but it's true. People think that it's because there's a weight on one side, but it's actually how the bowl's shaped.
Ooh. Can't tell. I mean, he doesn't look thrilled with it, to be honest, Peter Shane. Good bowl, though.
Start, mate, good weight.
No, he certainly wasn't happy with that.
No.
Yep,
No.
only one bowl low.
And the New Zealand singles on 2 separate occasions. Muntz is a 60-year bowler.
Wow, that's a big achievement.
Incredible achievement, really. And just this year made the quarterfinals of the New Zealand singles, losing to Sheldon Baggery Howley and on the front green at Browns Bay Bowling
That's
Club.
right,
Yep.
yeah.
21-20, I think it was.
Shot level, mate.
It was a close game from
Yeah.
memory. Yeah, you're quite right. Still very competitive.
Another indication of bowls being for all ages. You know,
Yep.
and one of our great young players, New Zealand representative, against one of our veterans, but they still battled it out to 21-20 in the dying stages of the national singles.
It's a wonderful thing how long your career can be in this sport, and I think it's one of the few sports where you start your career and you can play with and against your heroes. Most sports say your heroes age out before you get to them. Lawn bowls is not. That's not the case. You know, you've got Peter Bellis, who's one of our best ever male bowlers, won 3 world titles, just incredible. Still playing incredible bowls. You know,
Yeah.
people will still go. You have a nationals, and the draw goes up, people go, oh, Peter Bellis is playing at that green, let's pop down and have a look.
Exactly.
He's still playing, and he's playing
Still playing
great
well.
bowls.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
where else can you have a career that lasts that long and you can stay at the top of your game? I challenge you to find another sport. There isn't one.
It's good to see Peter. I went up and watched Wanganui playing, I don't know, 6 weeks ago against Kapiti, and I just went up to support the team, and here's Bellis, still as competitive as ever. Just, just hates losing. He doesn't appreciate an opposition getting wicks and, lucky shots in that. He does not, because he's always been one who's played with perfection. But it's great that he's still there through, some ill health that he's had. But he's still fronting up there and playing exceptional bowls.
Yeah, we have Bev Morrell in Canterbury. She
Never green.
still wins centre titles. I think she got up to like 30 or 40 centre titles last season. Just insane record. And still very competitive. And many years to go as well. So.
I think so.
Oh yeah.
Because you won national pairs with Sandra.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's not talk about that. No, they won, and it was
they
well
won
deserved. Yeah.
They deserved it.
So it's a penultimate end, the fourth end. Peter and Rob leading 4-1. Holding a couple.
Oh, we edge. Nice.
This could be the winning of the game. Jenny Stockford has to play a good bowl here.
And a big opportunity with all those 3 bowls behind the head. A toucher would be incredible here. Yeah,
Forehand.
Yep. And
they're
Jenny,
going hunting.
she won't be short.
She loves these.
I have to say, I do love a good sit, drag, runner sitter shot.
yeah.
It's just so fun to play.
It's close. It's close.
Oh,
Oh,
Very
just
good
followed through
result.
for 1.
Yeah, it was lucky, wasn't it? But she was there.
I love that she said get lucky before it hit.
Yeah.
On the forehand.
Can I not turn that ball onto it?
No.
No,
Too far. Which one?
the middle one of these 3.
This one.
Yeah.
That's good half of that much. Away from it. It's too hard. You play this side here, mate. Replace the ball, touch the kitty.
Oh, I love Peter. He's great.
And then when Rob plays with just a bit too much weight and nudges the jack back,
Yeah.
I think it can be a risky shot. But
I can see Rob's thinking there.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
from the
yeah.
mat, it
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like the easier shot to play.
Going sideways. Football here. That's all right.
Oh, he actually played that
Yeah.
really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
That win.
didn't do any damage.
How did you stand it up? The last 2 meter and a half. It went out.
We don't need to commentate.
No.
Willing this bowl on. Not going to be.
Important bowl.
Oh, that was to be 2, wasn't it? I would have loved
I
that.
see no reason. Same shot, whichever way it goes. Same shot. Just make sure that you actually get it.
This could be the winning of the game. This could be the winning of the game here.
Yeah.
It's worth a handful, man.
I think Peter really, really wants Rob to play a good bowl here, is the vibe I'm getting.
I think
Well,
he'd love to give it a go himself.
Yeah,
but
yeah, that's right. What he doesn't want to see is the jack coming back out of these lovely big black ones. So it's and he called it well, didn't he? He said it's worth a handful. You get that. Rob Ashton's a good enough player to get that.
Huge moment in this game.
Oh, he's really watching it.
Yeah.
He must like it, surely.
You can't undercut it.
Oh, wasn't there, was he? At all, really.
Too light.
He almost looks so eager to watch it that
Yeah.
you
Yeah, I think you're right.
shortcut
Peter,
your delivery when you do that.
yeah, Peter wanted to play that shot himself. He would have liked to have played that.
Well, it's a hard one because it's nerve-wracking being the
So
one to
we're
play
just
it.
going to watch this replay here. Jenny Stockford in the area. 1, 2. Only 2 wicks in for 1. It was in the right area though,
It
wasn't
was.
it? She played lovely weight.
Always chances.
One of the chances. Is it too soon to say that word, John?
Yep.
Okay. Just check. I was just checking again. You know, we've had We've had this is our 3rd week. We haven't seen one of those things I'm not allowed to say yet.
Oh, it would be exciting though.
It would be, wouldn't it? You know, the TV audience.
That's what we're here for.
That's what we want.
Probably what the players don't want because it's so nerve-wracking, but it makes for good watching.
Absolutely does.
Final end. Or is it?
They'll be needing a strong start here from Jenny, and she's very capable of getting them off to a nice start to this end with a close bowl.
Good line. Royal Oak Bowls here. It's a brand new covered facility. Well, brand new. Brand new is fair enough. It's new enough. Wonderful to see them popping up around the country, and
Super jealous. Wish we had one in Christchurch. Oh, wouldn't it be wonderful?
must be nice when it rains, just to be like, oh yeah, I can
Yeah.
still go and play bowls at my club.
And carpet's fun to play on.
And it's all year round and all weathers.
Yep.
You know, it encourages people. That one in in New Plymouth, where they've got
Paratutu.
Paratutu with it, and that is constantly in use.
Yeah, it has been. It was one of the earliest
absolutely.
covered greens. It's been in use for 25 years.
Yeah.
Great bowl.
Oi,
I think
sorry. Jack, aye. Not this.
He's
half a
off
ball past
chatting
the
away.
kitty.
Oh, he didn't use his rag to measure it this time.
I've really enjoyed watching these two play
Yeah.
bowls.
I'm just trying to find out what shall I tell him.
not
Look at
far
this.
away.
Look at this here from Rob Ashton. Is he through the jack? Is he through the jack?
Oh, he's
No.
through the gap.
Quiet.
Well, he's got a bowl back there now.
He
Yep.
does.
That was played with some intent, wasn't it? That bowl
was.
from Rob. Staring at the bowl.
Jenny's just got to keep going, see if she can get another one close.
Another good one
She's
here,
really
mate.
stepping up to the mark here with all the pressure.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
she's stepped up a notch.
I think
Look at
she
this.
thrives on it.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob, play the same bowl.
Yeah.
This is one where you wouldn't want to correct too far back, would you, Taylor? You wouldn't want to overcorrect here.
No, I think naturally it's not going to be exactly the same anyway, so you just play the same.
Give yourself every chance.
Oh, he would just run the jack back to his own and grab two.
Oh, why not? Oh, no.
I don't know if he's got the weight.
Oh, no.
Oh, there we are. Peter says it all, doesn't he? Just throws his arms out, shrugs his shoulder.
You down.
Now it's not too late to say that word that you don't want to.
Oh, I'm not going to say
Okay.
it. I'm not going to say it. I don't want to, run the risk of...
I am intrigued to see how Peter responds here, given how honest he's been with Rob. There's really no excuses for him not to get it now, is there?
He's looking forward to it, I think.
Yeah.
He's going to step up there, look down his forehand and say, I'm going to do it. I'm going to win this game.
Yeah. Well, Terry, it'd be good to have a toucher here, tuck it behind those bowls, protect it and really secure
Look at this.
this end. Oh,
Right.
Gosh.
Well, they're
Another
holding,
metre on would have been beaut,
the
wouldn't
holding
it?
game.
they're holding the game, but how long for?
It's a bit of a target
Yeah.
for Peter.
And Terry knows it too.
Yeah. So anything sitting out on the side is usable, and with the weight that Peter Shane's playing, he knows that.
He's very close here, Peter
Oh.
Shane.
Play
He's
it
got it
well.
all the way. What a bowl.
There you go. That's the class of Peter Shane. Toucher in the ditch. Got two.
You give him a sniff,
Yeah.
or not even half. There was half a sniff, and just absolutely nailed it.
Pressure back on Terry. She needs to make these two bowls count.
I think that shot bowl's a wee way away. isn't
Yeah,
it?
there's space, but she hasn't played a draw to the ditch yet, so it'll be interesting to see where this one ends up. Still travelling.
going. Still going.
Could be.
Where is the kitty, mate?
Where that white dot is. There.
I'll play this side. I don't want to push her in.
Look at Rob looking around as if to say, can't he tell where it is? That's what that white dot's for.
This is great. What a night it's been here at the Twilight Bowls League as we approach the end. Don't forget we're back tomorrow from 6:30. I'm looking forward to that too as we see Peter Shane here. If his bowl stops, it's going to be pretty good.
Well, that is good.
Oh yeah, he's put together a very good end here at
Beautiful
crucial
bowls.
timing.
Yeah.
Hit the front black as hard as you can. Cross all your fingers. Turn the lights off. Pull the jack up. Pull the jack up to
Got
where
a
the
toucher in
stickers
the
are.
mix. Yeah.
So we need one bowl to take that off and one to follow through. So play square through that red and cross our fingers.
Yeah, that's roughly what I
Yep.
said.
Yep.
Although the better option for them is to turn off the lights and change the head around. Last bowl.
Stranger things have happened.
Just need connection. Any connection.
Take her run off. No.
She laughs as well when she doesn't like it.
There it is. So we have started the third week of this competition, Twilight Bowls League at the Royal Oak Club in Auckland, and the grand final has gone the way of Peter Shane and Rob Ashton, and so they take the big money tonight. Fantastic performance from them. Remember, we're back again tomorrow night at 6:30.
And tomorrow night, this is what we're going to see. Tio and Taiki taking on Peter and Rob in Game 1. And Game 2, Kirsten and Amy, who we saw tonight, taking on Adam and Lee. Oh, it's just going to be
Good lineup.
a great night of bowls, so we look forward to that. Tune in tomorrow, 6:30, and check your Sky Guide for the particular channel.